Welcome everyone here tonight. We're back again with ARX racing here at Chicagoland Speedway. Got just a little over 10 minutes left here in practice. Got eight cars in the session so far here at Chicago. It's gonna be a fun race here tonight. This is race 8 of the 14 race season. So over halfway now for the season. Joshua Gaiman currently the fastest on the practice board. Connor Knowlton second. Nicholas Pressey in third. Colin McDonough in fourth. Matt Vorndran in fifth. Ross Baxter's in sixth. Joshua Battles seventh. And Dale Markowski has not turned a lap yet here in this practice session. So tonight's race is going to be 50 laps, I believe, here at Chicagoland Speedway. So pretty good, pretty lengthy race here. Dirt races always seem to go pretty fast, and then the obviously the asphalt tracks a little bit longer, do take a little bit more time, but a little bit more time in between cautions if we do have cautions, and not quite as hectic and chaotic as last week's dirt race. It was pretty crazy, but currently watching Colin McDonough go around turn 1 and 2 in that number 39 machine. Carmen Sienna also joins the session. So 9 cars now in the session. See if we get any other last minute entries before practice ends. And like always, there will be a basically a random draw for the heat, and then after the first heat, it will invert for the consolation, and then wherever you finish in the consolation race, that is where you will start the main event, the feature, as Jeremy Briault joins the session. So now we're up to 10 cars here in the session, with still about 7.5 minutes remaining here in this practice session here at Chicagoland Speedway. See Colin and Ross Baxter battling a little bit here on track. And you see Carmen Sienna. She's out on track, getting a few practice laps before this session finishes up. Carmen sets a 32.38, which will put her 8th fastest right now. See if this lap's any better Yeah, much better. Goes to 6th overall. Turned a 32.21. Joshua Gaiman has the fastest lap right now with a 31.97. Connor Knowlton only 1/100th of a second back with a 31.98. Those are the only two cars in the 31-second bracket. Third place, Nicholas Pressey. His fastest lap, a 32.09. So top two are 31-second lap times. Everyone else hovering around the low 32s to 32 threes for Jeremy, who has turned to 32.39. Four and a half minutes left here in the practice session. Only car still not to turn a lap yet, as you see Carmen make a little contact with the wall there. Dale Markowski, the only car so far that has not set a lap time here in practice. Matt Werndraan in the 07. Currently 5th fastest in practice. Oh, jumps to 4th. Quickest there with that lap. May have had a little bit of draft from the 39 of Colin McDonough. Definitely going to get some draft on this lap. See if this lap is any better. Nope. Not any better. Still 4th quickest with a 32.10. And Dale Markowski, 07 makes a little bit of contact with the 39 there, and Ross Baxter scoots by there on the inside. Joshua Gaiman still fastest right now here in this practice session. Let me take a quick break here really quick. I'm just going to check a couple things on my end to make sure I'm ready for the race. We'll be back here in the next 30 seconds. Alright, we're back. Just had to make sure I had all my video stuff set up right. So, as you see, Jeremy in the outside wall there on the back straightaway. Seems to be struggling just a little bit. As there we see Dale Markowski finally out on track with only a minute left here in practice. Who needs practice? That's what I always say. Alright, practice session coming to an end here. So we'll see where everyone ends up starting here for the first heat. Brandon Proudfoot did join right at the last minute, so he'll be in this first heat race. 8 laps here in the heat races. Colin McDonough's going to start on pole, Carmen Sienna on outside pole. As you hear these cars roar to life here at Chicagoland Speedway. Joshua Gaiman starting 4th, Connor Knowlton in 3rd. They were the 2 fastest in that first practice session. As they are rolling here at Chicagoland. Again, we are live on YouTube with ABN Esports coverage on ABN Studios. Again, live on YouTube here tonight from Chicagoland Speedway. And this is the, forgot to mention, this is the Honor and Remember First Responder 50 here tonight. So just take a moment to just remember and honor those first responders. They have one of the toughest jobs out there, so thank you all. Any of y'all that have family or you yourself may be a first responder, we appreciate what y'all do every day. Alright, pace truck's off here, getting ready to go. Green flag racing. Green flag flies here at Chicagoland. 8 laps here, excuse me, 8 laps here for the first heat. Connor Knowlton really on Colin McDonough's rear bumper there. Carmen trying to make the outside work. Man, I tell you what, these cars just sound so good at a track where they can let that motor really sing here at Chicagoland. Big track for these cars. Carmen Sienna still in the lead right now. Colin McDonough 2nd, Josh Gaiman 3rd, Connor Knowlton in 4th. Kind of stuck on that inside line. Jeremy trying to make it 3 wide on that outside. Nicholas Pressey behind Jeremy. That's your top 6, all within, honestly, could fit them under a blanket here. If this is how the race is going to be, this is going to be one heck of a race. Joshua Gaiman trying to make the pass on Colin McDonough. Gonna go way low here into 1. Carmen Sienna still the leader right now. Jeremy gets really loose there on the bottom. See Nicholas Pressey up there on the high side. making a pass on Jeremy. Matt Borndran now going to the inside. Connor Knowlton going low. 3 wide for second right now. As Joshua Gaiman is going to clear Colin McDonough, but not by much. Very, very tight squeeze there. Joshua Battles went off track. Looks like he is 20 seconds back from this lead battle. As we have 3 laps to go here. Carmen Sienna still race leader, but I believe Joshua Gaiman just trying to get, a little bit of contact there between Josh Gaiman and Carmen Sienna. Four-car battle here for the lead. Joshua Gaiman all the way on the high side. Carmen and Connor on the inside. Connor got a little loose there. Jeremy Briault goes off track. Saw that in my notes there. Joshua Gaiman pretty much checked out here. Carmen battling there with Colin McDonough. One final lap, 1 lap to go, presented by Small Racing Designs. Joshua Gaiman going to win, and big wreck there. Colin McDonough is put into the wall there. Carmen Sienna ends up coming home in second. Matt Borndran third. Connor Knowlton in fourth. Nicholas Pressey in fifth. So, first heat race is in the books. Now we'll go to the consolation race where the whole field is flipped. So Joshua Battles will be starting on pole. Jeremy Briault outside pole. Dale Markowski starting third. Colin McDonough fourth. Ross Baxter fifth. Brendan Proudfoot in sixth. Nicholas Pressey in seventh. Connor Knowlton eighth. Matt Borndran in ninth. Carmen Sienna 10th. And Joshua Gaiman will be starting in 11th place here tonight at Chicagoland Speedway. Cars are rolling. Colin McDonough doesn't quite get going. Now everybody gets rolling pretty good there. So, consolation race will be 8 laps, just like the heat race. No cautions in the heat race or the consolation race. So if someone wrecks here in the consolation, wherever you finish in this consolation is where you will start the feature here momentarily. Joshua Battle's going to lead him to the green flag here. Jeremy on the outside. Pace truck about to dip onto pit road. There you see pace truck on pit road. Josh Battles going to lead him to the green flag as the green flag flies here at Chicagoland. Consolation race. This one sets the feature. A lot of battling back and forth. Joshua Battles struggling a little bit. Jeremy now to the lead. As you can see, just cars everywhere here at Chicagoland. A lot of lanes you can run. 3 wide. That's going to be a tight squeeze there. Joshua Battles getting put up into the wall. Jeremy Briault in first. Connor Knowlton in second. Dale Markowski running in third right now. But here comes Brandon Proudfoot in that number 22 machine. We know that he has some speed, as well as Joshua Gaiman in that 61. Oh, we got a wreck. Carmen and Ross Baxter involved. Looks like somebody else, Matt Borndran, also involved. Ross gets it back going here. He's going to get the worst of that. He'll be in 11th. Back up front here. Jeremy's still your race leader. Dale's still battling for third. Right now we have pretty much 6 cars involved in this. Joshua Battles now in 7th after that 4-car wreck. 5 laps to go here at Chicagoland. Oh, you see Dale there in that Ohio State car getting a little loose. Having some computer issues still, unfortunately. Right in front of Nicholas Pressey, and Nicholas Pressey right in front of Colin McDonough. With 4 laps to go now in the consolation race. Jeremy has lost the lead, but he is right there on Connor Knowlton's back bumper, and he's got a mirror full of Brandon Proudfoot now, as Carmen has jumped to the pits. So Carmen will finish 11th here in this consolation. Nicholas Pressey trying to get around Dale Markowski, just can't quite make it work. Looks like the high side definitely the faster lane here so far. Ooh, Jeremy gets into the wall just a little bit there. Oh yeah, Jeremy got the wall really good right there. More than likely gonna lose. Oh, he just spun it. He's gonna come back up. Oh, right in front of Joshua Battles. Joshua Battles now missing the hood and the front clip. Jeremy crab walking. Hate to see that. Joshua Battles just an innocent bystander there. And more than likely Jeremy is going to come home in 10th. Joshua Battles, looks like his car was in a little bit better shape than Jeremy's was, but we got final lap here as Connor Knowlton is in the lead, Brandon Proudfoot second, Del Markowski in third. In final lap, sponsored by Smeal Racing Designs. Wow, Proudfoot really sent it in there. Just got a thing that said Jeremy crashed, so hopefully he's not in the way. But here we go. Connor Knowlton's going to take the win. Brandon Proudfoot second, Dale Markowski third, Nicholas Pressey fourth, Colin McDonough fifth, and Joshua Gaiman in sixth. And now we go into our 5-minute warm-up here. So got 5 minutes to get some practice. As here comes Joshua Gaiman. Whew, doesn't hit anybody. And it goes from daytime to nighttime. What more? What more could you ask for here at Chicagoland Speedway, the track that doesn't exist anymore? Well, it does exist, but they don't race there anymore, and it's a bummer. I mean, this is a really cool racetrack. All right, well, while we have a quick moment, we'll step away, play a quick commercial here, and then take a short little break, but we'll have some racing on in the background. We'll be right back here for your main event here at less than 4 minutes away. All right, we got a little bit, right at 2 minutes here. Oh, Jeremy got T-boned by Joshua Battles a second time. Got 2 minutes left here in this warm-up before the feature. So on the YouTube, John Smeal said he wishes he could be here tonight. Looks like a fun combo. It definitely looks fun, that's for sure. Seeing all this really close racing definitely makes me kind of wish I was out there racing with everyone here tonight at Chicagoland, but that's alright. We got a good bird's eye view of the action here tonight. Riding on board with Colin McDonough. Currently 4th quickest in the warm-up. Oh, big wreck in front of them. Matt Borndran involved. Jeremy Brialt also involved. And that number 74 machine. Josh Gaiman getting a little piece of the wall, going in the grass for a little spin. Saves it though, keeps it going. Gonna bring it straight into the pit wall. Thought he was gonna take it to the pit box, but Ross Baxter currently 6th as Jeremy spins it again. It almost looked like Jeremy was floating there for a second. I think he broke the iRacing physics there as warm-up comes to an end. Now we get ready for the feature. As Brandon Proudfoot is fastest in the warm-up, probably fastest all night, other than maybe Connor Knowlton and Josh Gaiman. So now we take a quick look here at your starting lineup. So Connor Knowlton will be starting on pole, Brendan Proudfoot in second. Dale Markowski will be starting third, Nicholas Pressey in fourth. Colin McDonough in fifth, Joshua Gaiman in sixth. Matt Warndran in seventh, Ross Baxter starting in eighth place. Jeremy Briault ninth, Joshua Battles in 10th. And Carmen Sienna will round out the field starting in 11th here at Chicagoland Speedway. Again, live here on ABN Studios, live on their YouTube page. Sitting at 413 subscribers. If y'all are watching and you don't subscribe to their channel, please do. Try and get them to that 500 subscriber number. I know that's a big goal, big milestone for anyone that streams and has a streaming company. Hit that 500 mark, you can start making a little money off ads, so that's always fun. So getting ready here to go green flag racing here at Chicagoland. We got 50 laps here tonight. Connor Knowlton will be on the pole, Brendan Proudfoot on outside pole. Let's see what happens here. Will we make it through this race without a caution? My guess is no. But hey, we'll have to see what happens. Green flag is out here at Chicagoland Speedway. We got 50 laps to run here tonight in the ARX series as Connor Knowlton gets a good jump. Nicholas Pressey also gets a pretty good jump there. Dale still fighting those computer issues. Looking pretty bad down there on the bottom line. Oh, and he's going to get turned as he was blinking. Big hit. Carmen Sienna also involved. No caution yet. There's the caution. Caution flies. Lap 2 of 50. I'm not even going to try and go back and look at that because Dale was blinking pretty bad there. And probably not going to be able to really see anything. So, unfortunate, but sometimes that happens when you're blinking on track. It's hard for other drivers to see you, so. We made it 2 laps. First caution of the night. See if we can't get a word with our current race leader, Connor Knowlton. Give me just a second. We will try and pull him down here real quick. Connor, this is Ryan Pannell in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, looks fun out there. Is it fun?
It was fun in the consi because the track temp just got to a point where it was a little slippery right now. But now that it's night, it's starting to go a little bit tight. And I actually just had a moment there off of 4, and Brandon got up to me, got a run right before the yellow came out. So I'm just taking a moment to just figure out what the car is going to do and figure out how I want to approach the rest of this race.
Yeah, big adjustment going from day to night. Obviously, track temp changes, but it looks like you said. I mean, it's definitely a little tighter. But do you have anything to try and keep that 22 behind you? He looks bad fast.
Well, that remains to be seen. I still got to figure out how the strategy is going to play out here with yellows and whatnot. I got to evaluate if it's even worth having him behind me. I might just let him go. I don't know yet. It depends on how many yellows we get. If the strategy plays out right, I think we're going to be in a good spot. But if it's just going to be a straight race for pace, we have a lot of yellows and it breaks the race up. I don't fancy my chances too much. But if it goes long, I have a chance to try an alternate strategy here.
Sounds good, buddy. Well, good luck to you, and good luck the rest of the race.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, that was your current race leader, Connor Knowlton. As we pace around this speedway here, Chicagoland Speedway, in, I think of, what is it, Joliet, Illinois. I always feel like I say that wrong, but definitely really, really cool racetrack. Hate to see that it's not on the real NASCAR schedule, but you know, all tracks can't live forever, unfortunately. As just realized Josh Battles did not even start the race. He's not even on track. So Josh Battles didn't make the race. I mean, he made the race, but didn't start the race. As we get ready to go green flag racing here once again at Chicagoland Speedway. Dale and Carmen, not sure if they had to take their faster pairs. I'll have to keep an eye on that, as more carnage could be on the way here tonight. Coming out of turn 4, the pace truck will dive into pit lane, and these 10 cars on track will get ready to fly around this racetrack at upwards. I think they're probably hitting 170, 180 here at Chicagoland. As green flag flies once again here at Chicagoland Speedway. Huge battle right here for fourth, sorry. Connor Knowlton gets a really good run. Nicholas Pressey goes to second as Jeremy goes to the outside. Oh, contact there between the 39 and the 07. They keep it going in the right direction though, so no harm, no foul there. Oh, the 07's going to make contact with the 74 of Jeremy, and he's going to spin. He is not on the racing surface, so caution more than likely not going to come out yet. But if he cannot get it back going, may see a yellow. But for now, we keep it green as Ross Baxter has made his way up to fourth place in that number 32 John Deere green machine. Colin McDonough just went off track. It's actually showing him on pit road. And I was completely wrong. Top speed that time, Nicholas Pressey hit 191. So they are hauling the mail around this track here. As Colin McDonough is unfortunately now being scored one lap down. Matt Borndran is 20 seconds back from the leader. He needs a caution to get back into this thing. Everyone else, Dale Markowski obviously dealing with a little bit of damage. He's about 2.3 seconds back from the leaders. But this is a good battle up here for the lead. Connor Knowlton, Brandon Proudfoot, Nicholas Pressey, all three battling as Connor gets the wall. It's going to open the door for the 22 and the 94 to make a pass. Already 10 laps. I mean, these lap times are only, I mean, they're right above 30 seconds, running 31, 32 second lap times here, so 50 laps, not going to take very long here. As Connor is loose, making contact with Nicholas Pressey. Nick's going to get to the outside and pass Connor. Try and set his sights on that 22 of Brandon Proudfoot. Now you got to be careful that you're not pushing too hard and using up those tires. Joshua Gaiman battling back here. What a huge pack here with Joshua Gaiman, Jeremy Briault, Ross Baxter, and Carmen Sienna. This is all a battle for 4th right now. Dale Markowski currently in 8th, kind of just lurking in the background there. So you have 3 cars out front by about a second and a half. Then you have this 4-car pack. Then you have Dale Markowski about a 6 or 7 tenths back from these 4. Then Matt Vorntran in 9th. He is 20 seconds back from the leader. And Colin McDonough, unfortunately, 6 laps down right now. As Carmen gets around Jeremy for 6th position. Oh, Connor Knowlton hard into the outside wall. He's going to lose a lot of time, and he may even be broke. I think the car's broke. He's going to lose all those spots. Car not handling. He is just barely hanging on to that thing, and he just lost it. Spun it around, but saved it. Did a complete 360. But yeah, I think that car is hurting. He's going to have to come down pit road under green flag conditions, so that's going to be more than likely day done unless he gets a few cautions. As you see the number 24 machine come down pit road, and you can see the toe link or something there broken on that 24 machine. Nicholas Pressey about a second back. I'm sorry, 6/10 of a second back from Brandon Proudfoot. Joshua Gaiman and Ross Baxter still battling pretty hard here. And Carmen and Jeremy both right behind them. Actually making up a little bit of time on Nicholas Pressey. And Brandon Proudfoot just pretty much checked out there in that number 22 machine. Connor Knowlton's back on track. Currently 1 lap down, so if we do get a caution here soon, you could see Connor Knowlton get that lucky dog, get back on the lead lap. He's still got a shot. It's not over yet, but definitely a tough battle ahead for that number 24 machine, as Joshua Gaiman is catching Nicholas Pressey in a hurry here and already kind of pulling away from Ross Baxter, Carmen, and Jeremy. That little 3-car battle. Dale Markowski in 7th just doesn't seem to have the top end speed, whereas everyone in front of him hitting about 191 to 192 top speed. Dale's hitting about 188, so unfortunately Dale definitely struggling a little bit with some power issues under the hood of that number 33 machine. You see Joshua Gaiman has caught Nick Pressey. Really think Nick Pressey, he taps the wall just a little bit. May have used up his tires early on, hoping for maybe a mid-race or a late race caution to get a set of fresh tires, as he's now looking at Ross Baxter potentially catching him for third place. Ross running that kind of middle line. Gonna get a pretty good run here. Gonna look to the inside here. Oh, Nicholas Pressey's in the wall and almost takes out Ross Baxter. Does a great job of avoiding making any kind of contact, but his car probably damaged as well. That's going to put Ross Baxter now in third. Carmen Sienna in fourth. And Joshua Gaiman actually catching Brandon Proudfoot. Cut the lead down from about 1.5 to 1.3 seconds. So gained about 0.2. Joshua Gaiman running that high side. Had the lead to about 1.3. Now it's hovering right around 1.4, 1.3. Made up a lot of time on entry there. Let's see if he loses it. Yep, he's going to hit the wall. Pushed it a little too hard. Lost a lot of time and a lot of speed there. Now he's got Ross Baxter in his mirror, as Nicholas Pressey is still on the racetrack. He's in sixth, 5 seconds back from your race leader, Brandon Proudfoot. Ross Baxter trying to make a move, and he's going to make a move here on the inside going into 1 and 2. Jeremy has went off track. He actually jumped to the pits as we are coming. Oh, Josh, hold on to it, buddy. Hangs on to that thing. Great save there as we're coming to halfway this time. So 25 to go as Ross Baxter is now made his way to second. Now Carmen Sienna looking to get around Joshua Gaiman in that 61 machine. I think when Josh hit the wall, just really hurt the handling of that race car. He is still in third, but a lot of pressure from that 96 machine. The ABN Moza Special. As Joshua Gaiman, like I said, I think that wall just may have broke something in the suspension, just not handling quite how it needs to. But starting to kind of figure it out, actually closing in on Ross Baxter a little bit. That's another thing to keep in mind. Obviously these tires, same set of tires that most everyone has been on the entire night, as Jeremy had to come down pit road, or actually jump to pit road, as I mentioned earlier. So he's 3 laps down. Connor Knowlton 11 laps down. Colin McDonough 21 laps down. I think all 3 of their nights are pretty much over at this point, as Carmen looking to the inside of Joshua Gaiman. Brandon Proudfoot out to a 3-second lead right now. Joshua Gaiman just trying his best to stay in a podium finish. But Carmen battling Josh here on the inside, and Ross Baxter's right there, not able to really pull away from these two yet. And don't count out Dale Markowski. He's just kind of, you see him there in that red car just lurking in the background. If something may happen between one or two of these drivers, Dale Markowski's in a good spot. Nicholas Pressey, of course, in 6th. He's 8 seconds back. Unfortunately, just a lot of damage as Brandon Proudfoot actually comes down pit road. Wow, interesting call. Again, not sure about the fuel load either. It may not be able to make it on fuel, so we'll have to keep an eye on that as Brandon Proudfoot is in pit road. So that gives Ross Baxter the lead. There you see Brandon Proudfoot on pit road. See, he is taking 2. Let's see if, does he take 4? He is. He's taking 4 tires. So Dale Markowski now in the lead as everyone else pits. Ross Baxter, Carmen, Matt Vorndran. Oh, yellow flag. Wow, that's huge. Not sure what happened there to even cause that yellow flag. Oh no, was it Dale maybe blinking or something? I'm trying to see what it was here. Let's just see if we can't maybe see it from Brandon Proudfoot's view. Looking for the lights on the... It's already under caution right there. I have no idea. That is wild. Absolutely wild. Well, currently, you have 3 cars on the lead lap, so... obviously, Dale and Nicholas Pressey gonna more than likely pit here, so everyone should get the wave around here. We'll put them back on the lead lap, but obviously in the back half of the pack. But really not a whole lot of cars even out there on track right now, so because you only have 7 on track. Jeremy is not... Let's double check here, but yeah, no Jeremy, no Connor, no Colin, no Josh, so definitely... Sorry, my dog is trying to be a part of the broadcast here tonight, but with only 7 cars, and Matt Vorndran was kind of got lucky. He obviously gets a wave around. He'll be 1 lap down now instead of 2. So Brandon Proudfoot, he was the lucky dog. I believe was the lucky dog, so he will get to start basically in the front. No, he'll have to drop back. I'm sorry. Make sure I get that right. Lucky dog will have to be all the way to the back, and then wave around cars will be behind the lucky dog. So pretty much you got Dale Markowski, Nicholas Pressey, Joshua Gaiman will be 1, 2, 3. Then you'll have your wave around cars. Then you will have Brandon Proudfoot at the tail end of the field. Sometimes it's tough doing broadcasting. Let's see if we can't get a word with Mr. Dale Markowski. Give me 1 second and See if we can't talk to our current race leader. Dale Markowski, this is Ryan in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, first of all, I got to ask what the caution was for. I couldn't find it. Not sure what happened.
Ross was pitting. I don't know if Carmen got the message or not. Carmen came up, clicked game in. They both spun. Little bit of a chain reaction right there. I was hoping they wouldn't throw it because then I just would have cruised to a victory. But you know, it is what it is. Just got to try and go win it now.
Yeah, so obviously you were, I guess you had enough fuel, had enough tire to get to the end there.
Oh yeah, the car was actually driving really good. I was happy with it. I was starting to figure it out a little bit, but had enough fuel. I was about 2 laps to the good because I had pit on their first caution. But now I'm just gonna try and jump the hell out of this restart and see what happens.
Well, you're restarting first. You got Nick beside you, which I know both of y'all may have some slight damage. Not sure how bad it is, but then you got obviously Gaiman behind you and Proudfoot. So gotta
Yep.
be defensive at this point. But I wish you the best of luck, and maybe we'll talk to you after the race.
I hope so, man. Thanks for having me over.
All right. That's Dale Markowski, your current race leader. As we get ready to go back green flag racing here. All the wave around cars now catching up finally as they go green pretty much. Reminder, the 07 is the only car 1 lap down. Only 7 cars left in this race. As the green flag flies here at Chicagoland Speedway, coming to lap 36 of 50. Dale does get that good jump there. So we're going to ride on board with Nicholas Pressey so we don't have some blinking issues there for Dale. Joshua Gaiman in third, but Brandon Proudfoot is, I mean, he is man on a mission right now. Going to the low side. Dale's going to get a little bit of the wall there. And Brandon Proudfoot takes the lead, and he is more than likely going to be gone, as Nicholas Pressey didn't quite know that Dale Markowski was still there on the outside. Dale finally making that outside line work, getting a good run. Ross Baxter currently in 5th. Carmen makes the move on the 07 car, which again is 1 lap down right now. Joshua Gaiman gets around the 94 of Nicholas Pressey, so top 3 right now: Proudfoot, Markowski, Gaiman. Nicholas Pressey trying to do everything he can, but I think he's just still has a little bit too much damage to be fully up to power with some of these other cars on track. As you see, Carmen got around the 32 of Ross Baxter. That's for 5th place. Joshua Gaiman just set the fastest lap of the race with a 31.86. So Joshua Gaiman now turning on the heat here with a little over 10 laps to go. We'll be coming to 11 to go this time. And if you're Dale Markowski, you got to be careful. You don't want to get wrecked here. But you also don't want to give up another spot to Nicholas Pressey, who's right there behind Joshua Gaiman. And he disappears for a little bit, and that's not good. That's going to be hard to deal with. But the push he's getting from Joshua Gaiman pretty much pushes him into the outside wall. Oh, what a battle here. Side by side for second. Dale's going to try and cross him over. He blinks a little bit. Joshua Gaiman now clear. in the second position. Now Dale trying to keep that third position. Brandon Proudfoot definitely not able to pull away like he did before earlier in the race. Ross Baxter is falling back now, as we only have about 9 laps remaining here at Chicagoland. Only 7 cars on track right now. And I'm telling you right now, the top 2, they are battling right now. Proudfoot is your race leader. Joshua Gaiman in second. And if they start battling side by side, that's going to bring Dale and Nicholas Pressey back into the picture. Maybe even Carmen, as we have 7 to go here. Gaiman going to go to the outside. Try and get a good run out of turn 2. Dale hasn't left the conversation quite yet. He's still in the mix here. Gets a really good run. Looks like on the outside, just hard to see him because he's blinking so much. Nicholas Pressey kind of backed off. Maybe saving his tires for a late race push, but starting to run out of time. If you're that number 94 machine, you got to get up here and try and battle with these leaders, as Dale's still having some connection issues. Gaiman's going to the inside of Brandon Proudfoot. It's going to be side by side at the line with 6 laps to go here at Chicagoland. I tell you what, Dale is in a very good position right now. If these two make contact, he could pull away for the win. And Matt Borndran and Carmen Sienna have an issue. And Carmen has jumped to the pits. As look at Ross. Oh no! They're upside down. Dale, that was Dale. I hope Dale's okay. 5 laps to go. Caution comes out. Dale is on his roof. Oh no, I don't know. I think Gaiman may have some damage with that as well. Just a huge move by Dale, but just wasn't quite clear. Wow. That was intense. Let's take a look. Take a look here and see what happened. As sorry, trying to find it here. This is, let's just take a look here. And watch Dale here. You see he gets such a good run. He's just not clear though. Just absolutely not clear. And just gets, oh man, a lot of damage. And Gaiman does end up hitting the wall there. Really, really hard impact there. So we may only have a couple cars left in this race. I mean, that is wild. Unbelievable. Ross Baxter now in second. Nicholas Pressey may end up winning this race. With only 4 laps to go. Matt Borndran is in 5th. He will be back on the lead lap if he wasn't involved. Dale obviously had to tow back to pit road. Gaiman and Proudfoot both with some severe, heavy damage. As, yeah, Brandon Proudfoot just decides to get the fast repair. You saw the car just kind of snap back to life. So he's not out of it by any means. We have 5 cars now on the lead lap. Six cars still in the race, as Carmen Sienna is no longer in the race. So you got Nicholas Pressey your race leader. Ross Baxter in second, Brandon Proudfoot third. Matt Vorndran is going to restart in fourth. He was at 1.2 laps down, running in ninth or 10th. Joshua Gaiman still on pit road. Not sure if he's going to be able to make it off pit road or not. Keep an eye on that. He's still sitting on pit road. Now he's out. He is moving. So Joshua Gaiman will be able to come back out. He will be restarting in fifth because fourth. Matt Vorndran will have to drop to the end of the line. It could potentially put Gaiman behind the 07 because he was on pit road so late there. But Dale Markowski's still sitting on pit road. He's serving his towing penalty, which I'm assuming probably about 4 minutes. Wow, what a wild wreck there. So 3 laps to go. Obviously will be a green-white checkered attempt here. Well, with only 4 cars in decent shape, I don't know how badly Joshua Gaiman's car is damaged. Not sure if he will be competitive or not. We'll have to see, but lights on the pace truck are still on, so we'll go one more lap here. Now the lights on the pace truck go off. Nicholas Pressey inside pole, Ross Baxter on the outside. Then the two that were battling for the lead when they were involved in that wreck with Dale Markowski sitting third and fourth. Obviously Joshua Gaiman's car looks pretty rough. We saw Brandon Proudfoot took a fast repair, so we know that he's got a fresh car there, so I think he's going to be a hard one to beat. But we'll see. It's not a lot of time, and could be some extra curricular activities happen as we get ready to go green flag racing here at Chicagoland. First attempt at a green-white checkered. Pace truck goes down. Nicholas Pressey leads them to the green, and we are green once again here at Chicagoland. Ross Baxter did not get a great restart. Brandon Proudfoot got to make some time here on Nicholas Pressey. Ross Baxter's going to get loose, going to almost get the wall there, but not quite. Nicholas Pressey still the race leader going into 3 and 4. Brandon Proudfoot now all over Nicholas Pressey's back bumper as we hit the 1 to go final lap, sponsored by Smil Racing Designs. Who brings it home as Brandon Proudfoot's going to send it in deep. Nicholas Pressey going to try the undercut, but just not enough, unfortunately. Ross Baxter trying to battle Matt Vorndran for third. Going into turn 3 and 4, coming to the checkered flag here. Matt Vorndran is going to get third from Ross Baxter, and Brandon Proudfoot's going to win. Joshua Gaiman will come home in fifth. Just really damaged race car, but Brandon Proudfoot is your race winner here tonight at Chicagoland. Wow, what a race, what a finish. That was a lot of fun. Knew Brandon Proudfoot probably had it. He does a little drifting around 3 and 4. Thought Gaiman was probably going to struggle a little bit just because his car looked pretty rough there. But yeah, Brandon Proudfoot gets him another one. Great race. Nicholas Pressey comes home in second. Matt Borndran in third. That's your podium. Ross Baxter just missed it. And Dale Markowski almost won that race twice. Once on fuel mileage and once on a crazy move, but just not quite clear, and that's all it took. So stick around. We'll have your top 3 interviews here in just a moment. Actually, we'll take a look at the results here real quick. So results from tonight's Honor and Remember First Responder 50 at Chicagoland Speedway. Brandon Proudfoot gets the win. Nicholas Pressey second. Matt Borndran third. Ross Baxter in fourth. Joshua Gaiman fifth. Dale Markowski sixth. Carmen Sienna in seventh. Jeremy Brialt in eighth. Connor Knowlton ninth. Colin McDonough in 10th. And Joshua Battles finishes in 11th. So we will be right back here for podium interviews. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. All right, let's do these post-race interviews real quick here. Start with Matt Borndran. See if we can get Matt in here really quick. Matt, this is Ryan Pannell in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, you went from 2 laps down to finishing third. Tell us about your race and how you fought back from that.
Well, that was a story, right? I just cruised around for 90% of the race. Didn't know we had to pit for fuel. Heard that the leaders were pitting in, so I decided, all right, I'll take that opportunity and pit on that same lap. And I missed the pit stall, and I don't know if anyone else took 4 tires, but it gave me the opportunity to check those off and take 4 and get back out. And then I got the lucky dog and the wave around. And I just, I didn't realize how big the wreck was, and I was just surprised how small the field was. And I was like, I still got a ton of car left, and wish I had gotten a better start on that restart there. I probably could have. I was as low as I was on that white line. I couldn't get any lower to get my nose in there.
Yeah, it was a great race. Good comeback too. I mean, I know a lot of people when they go a couple laps down, they get maybe quit or get discouraged, but man, you hung in there and it paid off. Getting a third. How did the car handle for you tonight?
It was all right. I felt like it felt better at night than during the day. Um, Loose 1 and 2 and tight 3 and 4. Everyone was kind of saying the same thing. And then it kind of switched around, getting a little tight in 1 and 2 at night, and loose in 3 and 4. And I don't know, it felt pretty good. And I was surprised because I lost it in 3 and 4, like out of nowhere. I don't know if I was lagging or what, but it just came out from under me. Wasn't expecting that at all, and was just praying that I had right sides left. But
Absolutely.
yeah, I don't try to quit races on account of this is kind of what happens. You just stick it out till the end.
Absolutely. Never give up. All right. Well, congrats on your third place finish. If you have any sponsors or friends and family you want to thank, the floor is yours.
Yeah, the wife not bugging me during the race. She's lovely, and I don't know. I run with Caudal chassis. They're great for late models and super late models.
Absolutely. Well, congrats on your third place finish, and maybe we'll talk to you next week.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
All right. That was our third place finisher, Matt Borndran. Went from 2 laps down to third. So, never give up. All right. Now we go to our second place finisher, Nicholas Pressey. Let's see if we can get a word with Nick. Nick, this is Ryan Pannell in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I have a copy. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing pretty good. Well, you come home second. Tell us about that last wreck, because I know you were right there behind it when it happened. What were you thinking in that moment?
Well, honestly, at that point, I was just trying to preserve fifth, but then there was an incident behind me, so there was not much I could do there. At some point, you just decide to see what you can do about tire preservation in the hopes that something goes your way. And sure enough, something did in that form of the fallout of that situation on the front straight.
Absolutely. So how did the car drive for you? I mean, I know y'all did a lot of practice, and obviously the heat races and Conti was during the day. What was the difference between day to night transition? How'd the car handle for you during the main race?
I'm being honest, I wouldn't notice it from the perspective of my car alone, but the racing definitely felt like it made a shift through between the afternoon and the night, in which it seemed it was harder to stay side to side in the evening hours in a large group, but was easier in, like, say, a group of two or three.
Yep, absolutely. Well, you came home in second. I mean, I saw you tried to hold off Proudfoot. Obviously, he had a lot of speed. Was there anything you could have maybe done differently to try and hold him off for that last lap to get the win?
Be faster. I don't know. Um, Proudfoot's really fast. Uh, it's actually only my second time racing him, I believe, in any capacity whatsoever. So I'm not used to how fast he actually is. I'm gonna Over the coming weeks, I'm gonna have to figure that out. Uh, Both for this and perhaps even for like other upcoming ARC series.
Absolutely. Well, good race, good finish. Congrats on your second place. If you have any sponsors or friends and family you want to shout out, the floor's yours.
I'd like to thank you guys for putting on a good show. I'd like to thank my friends who watch it. It's it's a lot of fun to see this car be put to use for once. I hope there are more people that can follow in the footsteps of this, but if not, that's all right, because this is pretty good.
Absolutely. Well, congrats on your second place finish. I'll let you go enjoy it, and maybe we'll talk to you next Friday night.
Sounds great.
All right, see you, buddy. Second place finisher, Nicholas Pressey. Now let's have a word with our race winner, Brandon Proudfoot, who overcame a lot tonight. Let's see if we can get Brandon in here. Brandon, this is Ryan Pannell in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you.
Well, you went from almost being upside down to winning the race. To walk us through that, obviously a wild move that Dale pulled. I mean, he missed it by an inch, but took out the top three. I kind of knew once you came back down and fixed your car, you had a pretty good shot of winning it. But obviously, just walk us through that wreck and just your whole race overall.
It was fun, and there was no possibility of being upside down. I was fully on my head, and whenever I came off the banking, it came down on all fours, and still had the motor, and still had all wheels in the same direction. Went down pit road, got the quickie, and from there it was just wheeling and dealing. But track was extremely fun. I mean, you could put the car pretty much anywhere, and honestly, it didn't matter if you were in the back or you were in the front. And aero definitely played a part, but once you got side by side with somebody, you were just stuck. And definitely fun for sure.
Yeah, it seemed like y'all were having a lot of fun.
Yeah, he didn't do anything stupid.
What was the transition
was-
between day and night as far as the track?
At least to me, during the day, the car seemed to push, but as soon as it switched to night, anytime you were running above the middle, the car was just getting loose coming off. So you were really able to adjust low and high, and just trying to adjust the wear to the car. I mean, it's going to wear the right foot a little bit more, so you're able to angle out a little bit on the right rear and try to even that out before we'll slide through the corner. And from our history, anytime I get a car like that, I'm as happy as I can be.
Absolutely. Well, congrats on your win, and if you have any friends, family, or sponsors you want to shout out, the floor is all yours.
Obviously, my roommate Gavin behind me for doing the setup. Without him, this car would be a lot worse. And without having our testing back whenever this car came out, three of us, me, him, and John. Obviously, him for having the series itself. You for doing the broadcast, ABN for having us over there on their side, and anybody that shows up to this thing, it's a fun deal. The car might be a giant soapbox, but it's fun to slip and slide around in this thing for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I had a blast calling it. It was a lot of fun, and again, congrats on your win, and we'll let you go celebrate, and if you're around next Friday night, maybe we'll talk to you again.
Thanks. Have a good one.
All right, see you, bud. All right, that was your race winner, Brandon Proudfoot. That's going to do it for us here tonight. We'll take a quick look once again here at the results. So Brandon Proudfoot does get the win. Nicholas Pressey comes home in second. Matt Vorndran in third. Ross Baxter fourth. Josh Gaiman in fifth. Dale Markowski sixth. Carmen Sienna in seventh. Jeremy Brialt in eighth. Connor Knowlton ninth. Colin McDonough comes home in 10th. And Joshua Battles finishes in 11th place. So that'll do it for us here tonight. Live from Chicagoland Speedway. Live on ABN Studios on YouTube with ABN Esports coverage. I am Ryan Pannell. Thank you all for tuning in. That was a lot of fun. We'll be back next Friday night to do it all over again, going live around 8:15 p.m. Eastern. We'll have another fun night of racing here in the ARCS series. Again, thank you all for tuning in. We really do appreciate it. Without y'all, this would not be possible. So y'all enjoy your Friday night. We'll see y'all next Friday. Again, just a great race overall. Had a blast calling it. But till we see y'all the next time, make sure you stay on that loud pedal.